So, you're driving along, and suddenly, something pops up on your dashboard, that dreaded check engine light. It's never a good sign, right? You can't help but feel that sinking feeling in your stomach. Your check engine light turns on. You grab your code scanner and well, you scan the code, P0420, catalyst efficiency below threshold. Ugh, not what you wanted to see. You take your car to the dealer. They say, bad catalytic converter. That'll be $1,800. The muffler shop offers a better deal. $1,200. Still a huge chunk of change. But here's the strange part. Your car runs perfectly. No power loss, no strange noises. It only failed emissions. So you start wondering, is the catalytic converter really dead? Or are they just selling you a very expensive part? Today I'm going to show you a 10-minute Japanese trick that has saved drivers thousands of dollars, without removing the exhaust, without tools, and without replacing anything. And yes, most repair shops hope you never learn it. Before we begin, subscribe to Car Care Expert and turn on notifications, because on this channel we reveal the maintenance tricks mechanics use on their own cars, but rarely tell customers. Part 1. What's actually happening? Here's something most people don't know. Catalytic converters rarely die suddenly. What actually happens is much simpler. Over time, the tiny honeycomb passages inside the converter become clogged with, things like carbon deposits, oil residue, and combustion byproducts. This happens especially if you drive short distances, idle frequently, or rarely drive on highways. Most cars only reach about 400 degrees Fahrenheit inside the converter during normal driving. That's just not hot enough to burn off these deposits. So, slowly, year after year, those passages begin to clog. The catalyst itself is still working. It's just buried under carbon. And when that happens, your oxygen sensors detect reduced efficiency. That's when your ECU triggers the infamous P0420 code. But here's the key point. Contamination is not the same as failure. Part 2. The Japanese fleet trick. Decades ago, Japanese fleet operators discovered something interesting. Instead of replacing converters constantly, they developed a method to clean them using the engine itself. The technique is based on something mechanics call the Italian tune-up. Basically, that's running the engine at sustained high RPM to burn off carbon buildup. But the Japanese improved it, They added controlled temperature spikes and oxygen cycling to clean the catalyst more effectively. Here's the science. Catalytic converters become fully active at about 650 degrees Fahrenheit. At that temperature, chemical reactions begin producing their own heat. Carbon deposits start to oxidize and burn away. But honestly, the real magic happens during deceleration. When you release the throttle, engine braking pushes oxygen-rich exhaust through the converter, and oxygen is exactly what carbon needs to burn. So by cycling between high load and deceleration, you create the perfect conditions to clean the converter. No tools, just heat and oxygen. Part 3. The 10-minute method. Here's how to actually do it. First, find a safe highway or a long empty road. Make sure the engine is fully warmed up. Alright, so the first step is to drive at 65 to 70 miles per hour for about 5 minutes. This helps stabilize the exhaust temperature. Next, you want to accelerate firmly until the engine gets up to around 4,000 RPM in either third or fourth gear. Just hold it there for 30 seconds. Now, for step 3, you need to completely release the throttle and let engine braking slow the car down to about 40 miles per hour. Don't touch the brakes at all. This step actually floods the hot converter with oxygen. Okay, so step 4 is to repeat this cycle 8 to 10 times over, about 10 minutes. The acceleration heats up the converter, while deceleration brings in oxygen. Together, these actions create temperatures of about 800 to 900 degrees Fahrenheit inside the catalyst. That's hot enough to burn off those stubborn carbon deposits, but still safely below the 1200-degree damage threshold. Part 4. What you might notice. While you're doing this, you might notice a sulfur smell, maybe some light smoke coming from the exhaust, or just a slightly stronger exhaust odor. That's totally normal. It's literally the carbon deposits burning off. Once you're done, just drive normally for about 5 minutes so the system can cool down gradually. Part 5. Checking if it worked. Your check engine light isn't going to disappear right away. The ECU actually needs some time to confirm the improvement. So, just drive normally for 50 to 100 miles. During that time, the computer will run a bunch of catalyst efficiency tests. If the light stays off, congratulations, you just saved yourself over $1,000. Part 6. When this won't work. Now let's be honest, this trick doesn't fix every converter problem out there. It will not work if the honeycomb is broken, the catalyst is melted, the engine burns excessive oil, or if severe misfires have damaged the converter. But for converters that are just clogged with carbon deposits, the success rate is around 70%. That makes it absolutely worth trying before you go and spend thousands.